The people have spoken. We made a 22-minute video covering all the European elections of 2024. Well, not all. We kinda forgot Portugal. Oops. Of course, we sincerely apologized in the comments, but our community wasn't having it. Add Portugal, they demanded. Then there was that one user who insisted we make a whole new video about it. So we thought, let's make it interesting. Give us 300 likes and we'll do it. And you guessed it, the people delivered. So here it is, our ranked European election update, now featuring Portugal. But that's not all. There were also some very well-reasoned comments that pointed out that we might have gotten the point distribution for France a little off. And you know what? They might have been right. So in this video, we're also revisiting France. Spoiler alert, we may actually have a completely new winner. Now, if you haven't watched part 1, this video will make absolutely no sense. Seriously, go and watch that first. Then come back here and let's dive in. The current standings are as follows. First place, the left-leaning camp. Second place, the right-leaning camp. Third place, the far right. Fourth place, the far left. And fifth place, the center. With that in mind, let's see how Portugal shakes things up. Portugal went to the polls in March last year, and oh boy, it was a big one. These snap elections were triggered in November 2023 after Prime Minister Antonio Costa resigned amidst an investigation into alleged corruption involving lucrative contracts in the lithium and hydrogen sectors. And in case you're wondering, yes, Costa is now the European Council President. Awkward, right? All 230 seats in the Assembly of the Republic were up for grabs, and here's how it played out. First place, the center-right Social Democratic Alliance, in short, AD, securing 80 seats. They are made up of 3 parties, with the Social Democratic Party, in short PSD, being the biggest and most popular. Second place, the center-left Socialist Party, in short PS, taking 78 seats. They lost a whopping 42 seats from the last election, and considering this was Costa's party, his corruption scandal probably didn't help. Third place, the far-right Chega Party, scoring 50 seats, an absolute insane gain of 38 seats compared to last time. It seems like Chega scooped up a big chunk of the socialist vote, and the rest of the seats went to smaller parties. This election marked the end of Antonio Costa's 9-year reign as Prime Minister, from 2015 to 2024. Taking his place is Luis Montenegro, leader of the Social Democratic Party, PSD. Portugal is now governed by a minority coalition between the PSD and CDS. So, now to the points. PSD wins, so that's 1 point to the right-leaning camp. And Chega's insane growth earns the far-right 1 point, because 12 to 50 seats is truly staggering. And the socialists? Oof, they lost badly. And since the parliament flipped from center-left to center-right, that's minus 1 point for the left-leaning camp. Ouch. Now this obviously changes quite a lot. But let's move on to the French parliamentary elections, where we also have some changes. Quick recap. The elections ended with a hung parliament, classic French drama, where nobody came out on top, and the seats were split 3 ways. Leading the pack was a New Popular Front, a coalition of far-left to center-left parties with 180 seats. Close behind was Macron's centrist Ensemble coalition with 159 seats, and in third place the National Rally with 142 seats. In our original scoring, we awarded 1 point to the far left and 1 point to the left-leaning camp for the NFP's victory. We also took minus 1 point from the center, because let's face it, losing your majority is a pretty big deal for Macron's Ensemble. So far so good, right? Well, not so fast. Our sharp-eyed community pointed out something important. If you look at the percentage of voter support, the National Rally actually had the most backing out of all 3 coalitions. So why didn't they secure the most seats? Well, that's where France's 2-round voting system comes in, mixed with some tactical voting and opposition alliances. If you want the full breakdown though, check out the video linked above. But here's the thing. Even if the seat count didn't reflect it, the National Rally's performance was undeniably impressive. So, we're adjusting the score and awarding 1 point to the far-right camp for their very strong showing. So how do our rankings look like now? In last place, still the center. No surprises here. They're staying consistent, just not in a good way. Second to last, also no change. The far left remains firmly in 4th place. And now the big shakeup. In 3rd place we have the left-leaning camp. That's right, they've dropped from their previous top spot in our last video. And now, for the second and first place, we have a tie. Both the far right and right-leaning camp are sitting pretty with 7 points each. Well done to both camps. As we mentioned in our previous video, right-wing politics dominated 2024, and this update makes it even clearer. Looking ahead, 2025 has some key elections to watch out for. Germany heads to the polls in February, Romania's presidential elections are set for May, and Poland follows up with its presidential election in June. And who will give you the very best election coverage? We will. So please subscribe to stay informed. A huge thanks for commenting on our videos and sharing your feedback. It genuinely helps us make these videos better. To support us further, really consider joining us on Patreon. Every little contribution helps us bring you more in-depth discussions on Europe's future. Thank you to our presidents, Jan, Sjoukje, Kristin, Peter, HEVD, BJ, and our newest president, Ollie.